Welcome, brothers, to another show. Crypto over, you know what? We got my boys in the building, the crypto team, Bitcoin Bobby, and Mr. Satoshi Steve. I want to welcome Mr. Satoshi Steve. This is his first time on the Blackmentravels show. And I want to welcome that brother, man, because these guys, when I talk about cryptocurrency, when I need to ask a question about crypto, because I'm new to crypto, in all honesty, I go to my man's Bitcoin Bobby and Satoshi Steve. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks for having us in, man. Thanks for having us in. It's good to be on Black Men's Travel again. I love the group. I love the network. I love what we're doing in here, man. And we're just building and having a camaraderie with a lot of black entrepreneurs and men that love to travel, okay? And this is Crypto Bros here. Me and my boy Stevie established this about 4 years ago at the beginning of the end of the last bull run, and we just had this journey along the way. Now, this is Steve's first time being interviewed on Black Men's Travel, and I felt like it was good to bring him on the second half of the Crypto Bros so he can, have a different opinion when it comes to things such as Bitcoin and not just have a unilateral opinion from me. So introduce yourself, Satoshi Steve.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. Definitely. I'm so thankful that there is a platform to get this message out. Being Black brothers, we got to look out for each other, never shoot each other down in any possible way. We got to bring each other up. I told one of my friends the other day, I said, if I use the ladder first, I got to put it behind me such that the next person gets to use it as well. And that's what we want to do with crypto. When I first met Bobby, we had the same mindset. We were looking for a way to scale up, and crypto was that way. We want to share that story with you all. So I've been in crypto now about 4 years. I have a lot of experiences, both on the way up and down, that I definitely love to share with you all. So again, I'm thankful to be here. My background is actually computer engineering, so it's very, very tied and close to actually what happens behind the scenes in crypto. So it makes me feel good to be a part of not just the technology, but the financial gains as well.
Excellent. Well, I want to first start off, fellas, with just go ahead and giving us this disclaimer. Our conversation is not investment advice in any type of form or fashion. We're just simply stating our opinions in concerning cryptocurrencies.
It's just for fun, y'all.
Just for fun. We just
everything is
speculative. Right. Just some guys on the internet. Yeah, we're not trying to change the world or nothing. We kind of are, but we're going to say we're not. All right? So I'm going to start off with you, Bitcoin Bobby. I got to know, because you got me involved in the Bitcoin, brother.
Mm-hmm.
I saw my portfolio take a little drop, brother. You got me in all types of cryptocurrencies. What is currently going on with my Bitcoin, man?
Okay. Now, for all the newbies out there, this is shaking out the weak hands in the market. And I always tell people, when you get into the market, it's going to be some volatility. If you can't handle volatility, then you don't need to be in the market. You always got to come in with a long-term mindset when it comes to investing in cryptos, especially Bitcoin. Because I always felt like when it comes to Bitcoin, don't look at it as a stock. Look at it as a commodity, something like gold. Like, how often do we as individuals have a chance to buy or invest in gold itself, which is really rare? So this is a chance to obtain digital gold. And when I try to inform my friends and family members, like, you're investing in gold, think of it as a long-term asset. This is something that you want to keep 5-10 years down the line, kind of like buying a house where you can pass your house on to your kids or pass a business on to your kids, because this is it's been the number one gaining asset in the last 10 years, and it's going to be the number one gaining asset in the next 10 years. So you want to hold this asset for like the next 5 to 10 years or even 20 years, because Bitcoin is going to still be mining. It's a digital network, and it's going to be still mining for the next 100 years. So in 20 years, just imagine what a Bitcoin could be worth. Maybe 5 million or 10 million per Bitcoin. So you're looking at the price now at 30,000. Well, I can't afford a full Bitcoin. You don't have to. You can afford maybe 10% of a Bitcoin right now, or 1% of a Bitcoin. So in 5 or 10 years, when Bitcoin's maybe at $5,000 or $5 million, and you own maybe 10% of a Bitcoin, that's $500,000 that you can pass on to your kids or your family as you get older. That's why I say it's a long-term asset. Think of it like that.
Okay. Excellent answer. And Satoshi Steve, what do you think is going on currently with Bitcoin right now with the price drop?
Yeah, I'm really Bobby hit the nail on the head, right? It's anybody who bought in 2017, you bought probably when you heard the news that, hey, Bitcoin is a digital asset, it's valuable, and you probably bought near $17,000 and you thought, hey, it's going to $100,000 in 2017, right? But really what you bought was the top of the market. Now, if you thought about Bitcoin at that point in 2017 as a long-term hold, you were okay, right? Because no matter if Bitcoin drops down to $3,000, $4,000, which it did, it turned around and did, you were in it for the long haul. You look up 3-4 years later, and now Bitcoin is $30,000. Your investment has doubled. Your investment has doubled in just 3 years. That is not like any traditional market. Traditional markets, you're seeing 10% per year on your investment. You're seeing 5%. Maybe those who are in a 401k, maybe if you're lucky, you saw a 12 or 15% gain in 1 year. That's not 50%. That's not 100% gains, and definitely not 200% gains when we talk about the all-time high. So when you think about Bitcoin as an investment, like Bobby mentioned, you want to think about long-term. I'm going to buy this thing. I'm going to hold it for 5 years. I'm going to hold it for 10 years. And then ask yourself, hey, did I make a good investment or not? I think that's the point. Because, today, tomorrow, it may drop. There's going to be volatility in any market. But the overall lifespan of the asset is going to be a much better outlook.
Okay, excellent. And let me ask you guys this. I'll start off with you, Bitcoin Bobby. Is it any way possible? And I think a lot of people who are new to crypto needs this answer. Is it any way technically possible that the governments, or the U.S. government in particular, can decentralize Bitcoin?
No, they can't. It's too much of a strong computer network. It's been a computer network that's been built over the last 10 years. And like I said, if they would have shut it down or tried to, regulate it in a way, they would have did it years ago. They would have shut it down after Silk Road, but they can't. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to attack. They know they can't take away Bitcoin, but they're trying to attack privacy coins now. And really, it's the privacy coins that gives a lot of anonymity to users and quote unquote, I guess, illegal drug dealers or whatever, or people that are violating crimes, financial crimes. They convert that stuff into privacy coins, and that's what government's attacking now. They're trying to pressure these exchanges not to have privacy coins on their exchange, so there's no use of using them. When they use a privacy coin, that's basically erasing the digital ledger of your transactions to where you can move money without anyone even knowing. So they're putting pressure to get rid of these privacy coins now. But they can't really touch Bitcoin. Bitcoin's too strong right now. That's why you see more firms and investment companies putting their money and investing their assets into Bitcoin because they see the long-term vision of it.
I've been seeing a lot of investment firms, some big ones, all investing in Bitcoin lately too.
You're going to see a lot of over the next few years. They see it as, again, digital gold that's very, very scarce. You can always mine gold, but with something that's digital like this, that I can take and transact peer to peer overseas in like minutes, that's well, again, you see the value in it.
And Satoshi Steve, with your computer background, do you think it's any way possible, under the sun, that Bitcoin can be decentralized by not just the U.S. government, by anybody in particular? Can it be hacked? You see anything like that going on with Bitcoin?
So I think what you're saying is, could it in turn be flipped and be centralized, right? So right now it's a decentralized computer network where no one has ownership, no one can enforce anything. It's a completely decentralized network where everyone has to have the same ledger. Everyone has to be part of the network to make the network move. Now, what you'd be saying is, could the government in turn centralize it? And no, like Bobby said, there's too much compute power now in the network for it to be centralized. Now, what could happen is an authority assuming too much ownership of the network, and where that would have to go is they would have to own a significant amount of Bitcoin to do that, and that's 51% of the Bitcoin that's out there would essentially mean a majority stake ownership in the network. When you have a majority stake, you can essentially make decisions on how the ledger is updated. No one has majority stake today.
Okay.
And so, yeah, to further answer that question, it's not even possible. Essentially, everyone would have to sell their Bitcoin that's locked up in ledgers, that's on exchanges, that's all over the place, for the government to take ownership and then have a 51% stake, a 51% ownership stake in the network. That won't happen just to the decentralization factor.
Okay. And Bitcoin Body, let me ask you this, brother. And just your opinion. How would this new government administration, we're not talking politics or anything, but just in your opinion, how do you think they're going to handle Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies? You think they're going to try to adopt it more, be more liberal about it, maybe less regulation on it, or do you think they might come down on cryptocurrencies?
I think you're going to see more of. It's one of those things where they got to get in line. They seeing the trends of what's going on in the world where everything's going digitally. Even to the point where you're going to see a digital dollar coming out in the next 5 to 10 years. So everything is going digital. So what has happened is, I think last summer it was the article that came out where the OCC, which I think it regulates the bank in a way where it's giving permission to banks to be custodial owners of cryptos, kind of like what PayPal's doing. So now banks can hold custody of your cryptos now. So basically, you can purchase. They make it easy and this might happen in the next year or two, where you can actually purchase Bitcoin, Ethereum, other cryptos through your personal bank account, which is Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and all these other banks. And they will probably hold, and have a fee, of course, hold your cryptos and custody them for you. Or it's going to be a situation where pretend like Ethereum, you can stake with Ethereum. Now, they might be able to hold your Ethereum and lock it into like a pool wallet where they can stake your Ethereum coins. You're going to start to see this in the next couple of years, and I'm not surprised. Me and Steve was on our old podcast, Facebook Lives just 4 years ago, saying how you're going to slowly start seeing investment firms getting into crypto more. And it's happening now. So we were 3 or 4 years ahead of the curve, and I see where it's going now 3 or 4 years down the line.
Excellent. And it seemed, I don't know if you guys heard, I'm pretty sure you guys heard this actually. Is there any truth to Biden's administration already kind of trying to freeze the regulations on cryptocurrencies?
I wouldn't say that, because Biden has slowly placed individuals that are related in the crypto space into some key positions, so they can be more informative about what's going on in Bitcoin. I forgot the names. I think it was somebody that was I want to say he was like close to Coinbase, and now he works directly in either the IMF or I forgot. This came out a while back, or like last summer, but they have specifically put individuals that had ties to crypto into the government positions.
Okay. And Satoshi Steve, the same question to you, brother.
So I recently saw an article about Janet Yellen.
That's her.
Yeah, coming down upon cryptocurrency, saying that it was, as you mentioned earlier, dangerous to, or a threat to, kind of the world, right? In terms of it allowing the funding of, maybe illegal activity or anything like that. So it's something that the government wants and needs to regulate. They know that, but I don't think anyone should be afraid to invest in a new technology that has a proven use case. The government will eventually come down on every asset, right? They're in the stock market. They currently regulate how we interact with Robinhood and E-Trade and all of those services. They force you to pay taxes, right? They want to be in the game for cryptocurrency as well. So I think my answer is yes, the government will get involved. But should that deter us from investing? Absolutely not. They are also behind the scenes in the stock market every day. They see every transaction. They are a part of it. They want to be a part of this game as well. So I think that's the true answer. Is the government's always going to be involved, and that's, I mean, in one way it offers protection, right? It offers protection for our world and our economy. I think we're privileged to have a government that watches our back from a perspective of safety, right? From a perspective of controlled borders and so on. They are watching our back, right? In one sense, in another sense, they need their piece of the pie to keep the world going, right? And so you're definitely going to see those conversations keep going, but it shouldn't be a deterrent from investing and growing in a new financial market that hasn't really been established yet. My whole point is, I wish when I built my first computer 20 years ago that I invested in Microsoft, right? We've seen Microsoft, we've seen Bill Gates in every courtroom for the last 10 years. I wish when Facebook came out, instead of saying, hey, I'm the first guy on campus to get on Facebook, that I instead put $1,000 into Facebook, right? And now we've seen Mark Zuckerberg in every courtroom known to man, right? Defending his company and defending regulation. It's going to be regulated, and we shouldn't be afraid of that. I think being a part and investing early is the most important narrative.
To touch on that, Steve, what was the lady's name again? I think it said Yellen.
Yeah, Janet Yellen. She's
man. I remember her, I think about latter end of 2017, she came out with another, I want to say, statement against Bitcoin again. And you see this a lot where they spread a lot of FUD, which is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And they try to always tie cryptocurrency to criminal activity. But let me give you some stats here, okay? I read a Forbes article not too long ago, and it stated that in 2019, criminal activity that represented cryptocurrency transactions only 2.1%. Then in 2020, it was criminal activities that represented cryptocurrency fell to 0.034%. So they're trying to regulate something that's really not big in criminal activity, because at the end of the day, cash is still used to launder money more than crypto.
It's a ridiculous narrative.
They use to try to regulate or control it because they can't control it. So let's just throw some FUD out there to say, oh, it is tied to criminal activity, and really it's just not. It's not as much as people make it out seem it is. I mean, the cryptocurrency market is only at maybe 900 billion right now, and how much money is laundered every day when it comes to cash? Over trillions. So that's just a small bucket into what's going on in crypto activity when it comes to straight fiat money. But that's just my thing. So
I think that's a great point. I mean, when you see an article about something that makes you fearful about something, that's your time to hop in. I think we have to learn to think backwards, right? You see an article that scares you away, that's scaring the general population who doesn't have the true knowledge away from something, right? That's when you need to jump in. Well,
Cardell touched on this last night on your live stream. Be fearful when people are greedy, and be greedy. That's straight Warren Buffett.
Right. That's what came to mind when he was saying that. That's definitely what came to mind. Wow, it almost seems like these governments and these institutions almost try to manipulate the market by driving it down so possibly they can get in. They can buy more of it by trying to scare everybody away from it. They can buy more because it goes down.
Well, as soon as she said that article, I think it was last week or the week and a half, the price actually dropped from like 36,000 down to like, I want to say 33 or 33 or 30. So as soon as after that FUD came out, the price of Bitcoin dropped, and then you had some more people going in and buying in like MicroStrategy.
Yeah, it's the truth. It's the truth. So there's a lot of times there's what's called like smear campaigns. Like let's make this look really bad, such that hey, the real whales with real money, not $1,000 here, not $10,000 here. We're talking millions, hundreds of millions of dollars flooding the market when they see an opportunity to do so. Just think about it like this. I'm going to give some random numbers. If Bitcoin is $10,000 per coin, right? Just the easy number, right? And you can put out a smear campaign that drops it to $5,000 per coin, and you have $100 million total, right? So your 100 million of when it's $10,000, that means you're getting, how many coins is that? 1,000 coins. But when it's $5,000, you're getting 2,000 coins. That's a total double. Right. So think about it in a year span. So now or 5-year span, when you have 2,000 coins worth $50,000 instead of 1,000, like you're just seeing what you're able to do with just the mathematics of it all. And it can sometimes, unfortunately, start with, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, the FUD that gets thrown out there. And then we'll talk about the opposite front as well, the pumpamentals.
The fundamentals. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that. Well, man, we got a good amount of guys in the room. We're gonna go ahead and get to the subject for this video.
You get those likes up, guys. Get those likes up, man.
Yeah, man, definitely hit that like button.
Yeah, I can't say enough how glad I am to get this message out. Definitely, please, y'all.
Yeah, man, and I want to thank both you guys for coming on, and I also want to thank the audience as well, man, for giving us this trust. They spend their time with us right now because we all trying to self-improve ourselves. And I think a big thing about being, Black men in particular is trying to find ways to increase our wealth and shorten the wealth gap, right? Between us and other groups of people, as not only a way of to increase our, living standards, but also as a way of protection. And that's why, we in a great time right now when it comes to cryptocurrency, because I don't know if you guys want to, I'm gonna just say a little quick history lesson for the guys that, during those times when African Americans had money at the tune of, I believe, like the 18th century, right? We had money. A lot of that money came from what they call the Freeman banks, right? Those were the banks that, built the Black Wall Streets all over America. And unfortunately, Abraham Lincoln funded the banks right after the Civil War. But unfortunately, when Andrew Jackson got in, he basically went there and pretty much corrupted the whole Black African American banking system, almost basically stealing people's life savings. So when we talk about can a cryptocurrency save the Black community, which really means, in layman terms, can it decrease the wealth gap against other cultures? Do you guys think that cryptocurrency can do that? Whether it be our own cryptocurrency or whether it be Black people investing in a certain cryptocurrency like Bitcoin or Ethereum?
That's a good question. Can cryptocurrency save the Black community? And I'm gonna come at this in two ways, because I'm gonna say no, then I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna give you two reasons why. Because I'm gonna say no because at the end of the day, us as Black people, we have to take accountability and responsibility for ourselves to save ourselves, whether that's through financial education, learning, leveling up our own selves. Because you can say the same question about any other investing asset, whether it's real estate or stocks. Can stocks save the Black community? Can real estate save the Black community? It's only saved if we take advantage of the information and the knowledge. Okay, we have to apply that. And a lot of times within our communities, we don't have the access to the education. And more importantly, we don't want to go reaching for the access. I tell people about crypto all the time, and they don't want to take the time to go and learn it themselves. I mean, it's not readily available, but you got to go find it. And when you go find it, you're going to realize the benefits of it in the long run, whether it's investing, whether it's trading, whether it's getting education in it. Let's talk the numbers. I mean, I say yes, it can, because right now, blockchain developers, which is a hot topic. I looked this up on LinkedIn the other day. Blockchain developers are the #1 hard skill job out there that people want to hire. So I want to say blockchain developers are making between 150,000 to 175,000 annually a year full time. Okay, compared to a software engineer that's on average making 135K a year. Like I said, a blockchain developer is making 150 to 175K. You gotta realize this is blockchain technology. It's gonna be technology that's gonna be within our day-to-day lives in the next 5 to 10 years. And there's such a market for people to get this education. So yes, it can in a way. And then like I said, yes, from a standpoint of investing, learning, trading, you can make money and it can save the community. But again, like I said, you have to be able to put the time and work in.
I'd like to add, yes. Just, so it's not just that simple, but Bobby, you made a great point. It's knowledge is power. And this is the time where knowledge is readily available. It's easily accessible. YouTube, Google, the answers are there. Like the books are out there. The cryptocurrency books are on Amazon. Grab one. Learn how to mine from your home. Learn how to mine by setting up a cloud instance. Learn how to invest via Coinbase, via other exchanges, Gemini or whatever, Kraken or whatever you might want to get into. Not financial advice, of course, but just knowledge is power. Again, I'll go back to the analogy. If you got into a lot of these things that we use today as early as possible, Adobe, Google, Microsoft, Apple, as early as possible, $1,000 would have made you a millionaire from 20 years ago to today. So now we're in year 10 of Bitcoin, right? You're not too late. We're in year like 11, right? It's no more than 11, 12 years old. So just around that time frame, just think about where cryptocurrency and blockchain will be another 10 years from now. And like the analogy, did you get into those other things when you first knew about them? It's not about did you get them when they first started, but did you get into it when you first knew about it? I had the opportunity to get in Bitcoin in 2013, and I'm going to look at the exact chart when I would have put $1,000 into it. In 2013,
probably $200 some.
Yeah, let's just say $130. So $1,000 invested, I would have had maybe 8 coins, and I would have just never looked at it, right? 7, 8 coins. So, today, and let's do that math really quickly, right? Let's just do that math. 8 times exactly 30,342. I put in 348. That's $242,000.
Wow.
Over what is that? 8 years. Over 8 years for $1,000 investment, it became $242,000. So now that we fast forward 8 years, right? You have the opportunity now to jump in. Whatever it is, you jump in. You see what happens 8 years from now. I think it can change your life and the life of your kids, right? Getting them into the school that they want to get into, getting you the house that you need to build your family with, being in the right community where you're, maybe protected from violence, all of those things. Yes, it can. But like Bobby said, knowledge is power. And I think we got to use that first.
Let me also piggyback on something. Shout out to 1MT for Think Smart Financials Facebook YouTube page. He dropped some gems on one of his live streams a couple of weeks ago, and it was from a Bloomberg Wealth report that stated during the bear bug, Black families' wealth has decreased by 3.8% compared to a lot of other ethnic groups. Wealth gap has increased while ours decreased. Why is that? Maybe something with us losing our jobs because we have a lot of the manual labor jobs they got cut off. I don't know. Again, we have to learn to invest as a people. One of the guys that I follow a lot is Jay Morrison, Black entrepreneur, celebrity, real estate guy, and he actually goes on into neighborhoods on the street, on the corner street series, and he teaches people about investing into the homes and being a landlord and buying homes so you can set up generation wealth for your family down the line. We're just trying to educate you that way with using cryptocurrencies because it's eventually going to be a digital economy world. So we're just trying to get y'all into doing that with cryptos. So, and like I said, no, it can't directly, but indirectly it can if you take the time and education to do
it. Right. Excellent, man. Let me go ahead and get to the comments. We got James Bond 007. He says, BMT doing good work. It could save us if we was able to move as a unit. Shows like this definitely help. Bobby's right too about less obvious opportunities like jobs and new businesses. All right, we got Okafor in the building. He says, what's up, y'all? Let's go here. We got William Green in the building. What's going on, William Green? He says, I'm sorry, but our community as a whole isn't savvy enough to take advantage of the crypto. I guess that's crypto space. Boom. All right. Now, let me ask you guys this. As I'm sure a lot of people heard, Akon is actually adopting his own cryptocurrency in his $6 billion city out there in Senegal, right? Now, what he's saying is that his cryptocurrency is going to rival the local government's currency, which is backed by, the French, basically. And he's saying that this $6 billion city is going to exclusively use Acorn by the end of 2021. So
what year is that?
That's this year. This is what he's saying. Yeah, 2021.
No, because I was hearing that it's going to take a good 10 years to get built first. It's still in the process of being built.
Right. I think they're trying to process some type of, even if it's
they're trying to get it started now.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, how difficult? I mean, not Akon any type of way. I like the brother a lot. But how difficult is it to create your own cryptocurrency? Can African Americans, can we create our own cryptocurrency?
Well, it's just like I want to assume I don't have all the inner details of his Acoin and his that's what it's called, actually, Acoin. And the use case of it just seems like it's going to be a use case for him in his own city itself. So it might be a situation like when we go to other countries and we exchange our dollars for their fiat dollars, we might have to go into his country or to a city and exchange either our Bitcoin or either our Ethereum or even our fiat money into his exchange rate of his Acoin digital currency, so we can use that through his its own city and stuff. I think that's what he's in a way doing.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's
maybe he's on something. Maybe you might start seeing that more. I don't know if that's going to ties into regulation between the states or the country or continent, but you might see more people start doing that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, he's making his own city. He's making his own Wakanda down there. Why not have your own currency?
Right.
Also, another thing you touched on talking about Akon. Another reason why I guess a lot of African Americans are not even investing or scared to even invest in crypto is because we don't have a lot of representation of us in the crypto space. I mean, I was just doing a search the other day, and it's not that many huge African American crypto blockchain influencers out there. I mean, only thing that I can come to of is Ian Bellina. You know what I'm saying? And he's big because in 2017, I want to say he got big because he took $20,000, invested into an ICO. I forgot which one it was, and it made him like $1 million in like 6 months. At 50x his gain in six months. In that time frame, and he just got big and became a big influencer. Actually, me and my boy Steve, we met him a couple of years ago because he's from DC, but he's the only one that I can think of that's African American that's quit his job, that's gone on a cryptos tour, that's more of an influencer in this space. You don't have that many of them. Like I said, maybe other than Akon and this guy, you know, I get a lot of individuals that that reach out to me via Facebook, and a lot of those individuals that are of African descent are from Nigeria and stuff that know about blockchain and crypto. So I get more people that know about blockchain and crypto in Africa than it is in the United States.
Yeah, you're making some excellent points. I think I think there's tons of markets like crypto where it's a great opportunity to make money. I think crypto is what we can say in its infancy, right? Real estate. I don't know if you guys can still hear me.
I can hear you.
Real estate is an age-old tested asset. The stock market is hundreds of years old and tested. So all of these items for investing, all of these platforms, all of these different ways, they're just different ways of investing. The smart investment that we're talking about today is getting into something as early as possible such that you can maximize where you are. You know, buying a house today, depending on where you are, you know, on median, on average across the country might be $200,000-$300,000, and in DC, $500,000-$600,000. On the West Coast, San Francisco, $800,000-$900,000. So it's really hard to make an investment in something that's already essentially bubbled, right? The housing bubble. We talk about that popped in 2007 through 9, right? And then home prices came down, and then they started to escalate again. With cryptocurrency, we've just gotten started, right? So you just want to get in as early as possible. With the stock market, we hear all the time. I hear Jim Cramer talk about, hey, we're in a bubble. You know, every stock analyst in the world says Tesla is overpriced, but it still keeps going up. Hey, it may be in a bubble, it may not be, right? But all of those things are much older than cryptocurrency. So what we're saying today is get into a technology as early as possible, something that's tested, something that has the technology behind it, something that's useful too. Somebody told me about a use case. Hey, Satoshi Steve, I'm in let's just say I'm in China, you're in America. I need, you know, a couple $1,000 like right away. How do I get it over to you? Or how do you get it over to me? And I said, I don't know. I mean, and this was years ago, but now cryptocurrency comes along, and now you can send digital money within seconds, within minutes. So it's a technology that's actually useful. And then you hear really big names backing the technology, saying it's the future. Why not get in as early as possible?
Let me touch on something, man, because what people don't understand is this is peer to peer. You know, so there's no middleman, there's no regulation. Just today, okay. I had some bills due. I run a business. I had some bills due, and I paid a lot of money out to my bills today. And I did it late at night. I did like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm just paying. I paid almost close to $5,000 out in bills just this morning. So I get to the bank account, and I'm about to take out some more money. And both of my accounts, my Bank of America, my business account, and my personal account was on lock. Because they're like, oh, fraudulent activity. This got charged, this got charged, this got charged. And I understand that they're trying to protect themselves. They're trying to, quote unquote, protect me. But again, this is my money. I need to be able to access some money. It should be it was a situation where I had $30,000 in my bank, and I wanted to take out all $30,000. The bank is going to allow you to do that. Most of the times you're going to get hit with some type of resistance. Or if you have $1 million in your bank and you want to take $1 million out, you're going to meet some type of resistance or some type of control. You're going to have to sign over this and that. With cryptocurrency, it frees you from that, to where if I want to send you, Aaron, some money to buy a property in Medellin, like, look, I need to send you $150,000. I can send that money to money in Bitcoin to you right there. It'll be there in 10 minutes, peer to peer. It's in your Bitcoin wallet. You can do what you got to do an investment for me out there in Medellin. You don't get that in the bank. I'm sorry. So those are some of the benefits of using a cryptocurrency and using Bitcoin and blockchain.
Man, that is extremely, extremely true. Anybody that's ever had to get a lump sum of money at one time out of a bank know how difficult it is. Even if it's like just $5,000, they always ask you, "Hey, well, what are you doing?" Like, they try to ask, inquire what you're doing with your money. And if it's over $10,000, more likely they're gonna tell you to come back the next day unless you get there early in the morning.
Or it's like the IRS or something shit like that. Yeah,
and that was gonna be my next point. Even if you deposit more than $10,000, or if you take out more than $10,000, right? The government will be notified 9 times out of 10. So you absolutely right. If I'm in Medellin right now and I say, "Hey, Bobby, we got an apartment building, and all it needs is a little work, brother. We need $300,000.
The deal is on the table right now. They need the money right now.
Deal's on the table right now. Dude is hurt. Can you send me that bread in the next 24 hours? You're gonna be like, man, I'm gonna have to do this, do that. I'm gonna try. But with cryptocurrency, like that,
you're gonna get charged out the ass for fees.
Yeah, right, exactly. So let me ask you guys this, man. Like, as far as the technology behind cryptocurrencies, what would it take for, is it computer developers who need to come in, I guess, into like the African American community to create our own cryptocurrency like Akon did?
I'll let you take this, Steve. You're a software engineer. This is your foray.
I'll keep it as simple as possible. The equivalent question is, how do we make
our own cryptocurrency?
Yeah. How do we make I'm trying to think of the new app everyone is using where you get on Clubhouse. How do we as the African American community make our own Clubhouse? How do we make our own StockX? How do we make our own, just any useful app today is the exact same way we would make a cryptocurrency. Like, instead of being a developer who knows Java and React and .NET and all of these languages, SQL for databases and also C# and all of those languages, you become a blockchain developer who knows Ethereum as the programming language, who knows a lot about smart contracts, who knows low-level code. And that's what we would need. So we need developers to switch their focus and learn a new language, right? We go from, as Black men traveling, we go from, hey, we only know English. Hey, we're going to go to Colombia. We need to learn some Spanish. Hey, we're going to go to Brazil. We need to learn some Portuguese. Well, these are developers, the Black community. We need to learn the different programming languages and make blockchain apps, just as we would another app that's going to be useful in the community. And I think that's your answer. That we could do. It's not rocket science. It's a new skill. It's something that I'm sure we've all have done, right? We take our translator apps when we travel. We got to do the same thing and learn how to code. And when it comes to blockchain and cryptocurrency.
Well, and let me touch on that. A lot of these blockchain developing companies that want to hire you out, they want to hire you out remotely. So you can be making this money of at least $150,000 a year working remotely in another country. So if I'm making $150,000 in a country like Brazil or DR or something, or Colombia, that's a lot of money coming in. And whoo, man, oh man, you living like a king.
Live like a king. Especially if you're down here in South America in Colombia.
What?
You look like a queen. We got a $5 super chat, man. Appreciate that, brother Darius Harper. He says, new to this channel, just showing support. Really appreciate that, brother. Really appreciate that. Man, it's so funny, guys, because I'm not going to lie to you. I told Bitcoin Bobby this 1,000 times. I was just not sold on Bitcoin, on any cryptocurrency. But as time just progressed and I started really, hearing about stories and listening to it, and once I found out I'm like, oh, you telling me the government can't stop it? Because my assumption was, okay, they're gonna, pump it, dump it. They're gonna come up with some regulations and say you can't use cryptocurrencies no more, and everybody gonna lose their money. That was my assumption, and I was just waiting. I'm like, yeah, wait till these dudes lose their bread. They're gonna look because I'm in stocks. So, some guys do stocks and some guys do crypto. Some guys like myself now do both. But man, I'm telling you right now, dog, this current technology that we have going on in 2021 can literally financially, it's a possibility, just my opinion, liberate African Americans from the dominant society's economic system. That's just my thoughts. That's just my thoughts.
They gotta take advantage. You actually find more cryptocurrency influencers in places like Venezuela and Colombia because of, especially in Venezuela, because of what's happened with their government, how corrupt it is, and how the dollar has inflated so much that it ain't worth shit. So that's when you have people are trying to educate people about Bitcoin in places like Venezuela because it can help stabilize the country in a way. So you'll see that more there than a place like here in the United States.
Speaking of Venezuela, woo, women, boy. Down here in Colombia, boy, I'm telling y'all, I've been telling my boys about this. I say, hey, man, she say she from Caracas. She say she from Venezuela. Hey, look, bro, you might want to hop on that, brother.
I'm gonna try to get down there. I'm gonna try to get down there and maybe in the springtime when regulations ease up a little bit because I want to look at. I was looking at Brand George's channel. Shout out to Brand George about some of these apartments I might want to look to investing in and coming in 2022. And I've been doing my research on what it takes to put money into the Colombian system so I can be able to legally buy apartments or real estate in Colombia and how that will be able to get my visa and stuff. So I'm looking at other things like that down the line. Shout out to Brand Joe for the info, man.
Oh yeah, my brother Brand Joe be on it, man. He calls me all the time with different investment ideas. I talked to a realtor down here about 2 weeks ago, and he says there are plenty of opportunities within the real estate market out here in Medellin, Colombia. Really all over the country right now, and really South America in general. You gotta validate, all your streams of, how you going to do your business here. But you can do business here, and that American dollar, man, is very strong out here in South America. It's extremely strong, man. I can't wait till they open up Venezuela to get Venezuela safe because I think that's going to be popping when they get it back right. You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait.
Man. Yeah, man. This is an excellent time right now. Excellent time right now, man. So
okay.
Go ahead,
buddy. Go ahead. Oh, go ahead.
Now, what was you gonna say? Was you gonna say something about the charts or?
Yeah, the charts. Okay, now, when I usually try, and it's not financial advice, but when I try to educate people when it comes to Bitcoin, I try to give them information about what we call it as a Bitcoin cycle, and in a way, because Bitcoin has a storied history, you're able to kind of like chart when to get in and when to get out, or when to get in and then move into a stable coin so you don't get wrecked. A lot of people are always fearful of when Bitcoin goes up and then it goes back down. What I tell them, if you learn the history of Bitcoin, you can know that there is a storied history of when to get in and when to get out. And there's a correlation that I'm about to break down to you. Okay. Now, can you move that super chat part out the way?
Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Got you. Hold on. Let me put this.
This is about to be some free game right here, man. This is what about 95 to 98% of Bitcoin investors don't know about. You know what I'm saying? And this is going to help you get in and get out of the market so you don't be wrecked like a lot of people did last time. Okay, so what we're looking at here is a storied history of Bitcoin, the cycle, right? And there's a correlation of something called the cycle low to the cycle halvening, from the cycle halvening to the cycle top. Now, what that is that's like the lowest point of Bitcoin to the halving part is the same amount of days in correlation to from the halvening to the cycle top. So in the first halvening, you see it says November 2012, right? That's the first halving. Now, behind that, you see the cycle low. The cycle low was about November 14, 2011 to November 12th, which is the halving. That was about almost 370 something days, right? Now, from the cycle halving, which is November 12th, to the top of that cycle, which was, I believe, it's November 2013. That was 365 days. So you see the correlation from the bottom to the middle, from the middle to the top is almost the same amount of days. Now, let's move along to the next cycle low. The next cycle low started on January of 2015 to the cycle halving, which is July 2016. That was approximately 532 days. Okay. Now, from the cycle halving to the top, which was December 2017 into January 2018, it was 525 days. You see that correlation? 532 days, 525 days. I hope I'm not losing everyone there. This is a valuable information to know when to get in and when to get out. Now, let's move on to this bull cycle because the halving just occurred in May 2020. Now, the cycle low of Bitcoin itself was December 2018. Everyone remembers that. The cycle top was December 2017. The cycle low was December 2018. Now, the cycle low was around $3,000. And from there to the Bitcoin halving of May 2020 was 518 days, which it was at $8,500. Now we're in the third halving of the next cycle top. So we're actually charting that. So what you see is 518 days from the cycle low to the halving. Now, if we take those next 518 days and apply it from May 2020, we're looking at a date of around October-ish of 2021 when this cycle top is going to come. And this is the Bitcoin cycle top. Now, I believe the cryptocurrency market might peak out at least another 4 to 5 to 6 weeks after that. But you want to be able to plan it out, taking out your Bitcoin or moving your Bitcoin to fiat or even moving your Bitcoin to a stable coin around October 2021, because that's when the top is going to be. And I predict that top is going to be somewhere over $200,000. And then after that, Bitcoin start to go back down. You're going to see money flow into altcoins more, but you're going to see the cycle top of Bitcoin is going to start to flow back down, in my educated opinion, based on these charts of this cycle. Now you can pull it out.
Excellent.
Did you get all that information, man? It's a lot, but
Bobby, that's excellent because Bitcoin works in cycles. The halving date is really important. Bobby and I first got into Bitcoin back in 2017, and that was 4 years after that. I think that second halving, or first or second halving, right? So
actually, the second halving was in July 2016. So we were almost in the cycle top of the second half of the halving.
Correct. Just 1 year after. So it's happening again. We just had a halving not too long ago. This year and some change, like you said, I think 520 days after that halving. This is the time to shine. This is the real time to be in the market. Right around October is the time to get out. In fact, for me, September is just to be safe. I told Bobby this earlier. I said I'm out because unfortunately we experienced that amazing rise and fall last time. We don't want to be fall.
Well, we didn't know because at that point we were still in price discovery, and then also Bitcoin didn't have enough of a storied history for us to dictate what's going to happen in the market based on the cycle. Now that we're almost 10 years, 11 years in, 12 years in, we have that information now. We can apply it and making investment decisions. So whenever I tell someone to get in, I'm like, okay, get in, but expect the market to go down around this time and be ready to pull out based on information I provide.
Correct.
We got a $5 super chat from my brother Jeremy Malone. I appreciate that, brother, for the $5 super chat.
Appreciate that, man.
A question from James Bond 007 here. He says, Bobby, talk on the super cycle possibility if you can. It's important. Do you understand what he's saying with that, bro?
Yeah, a lot of people are predicting that this might be a super cycle where the market might extend even longer to where I told you it caps out around October. Some people are thinking it's going to cap out, like it's going to extend to like another 6 months or even 12 months. and it's going to be an extended bull market into 2022. That speculation, again, nothing's proven. Even though I have evidence by the history of Bitcoin from the TA charts, maybe my information is not all that right, but I think it is. But it's not. There's no information or no evidence detailing that it's going to be a super cycle bull market. I'm just saying this is not. So I expect the market to peak out around that time based on the previous history of what's happened and go that route. You know what I'm saying?
Excellent. We got another $5 super chat from my brother Ash L. He asked, do the crypto bros have a course that they are selling? I would definitely buy it if they do. You guys got a course, brother?
You know what, man? We first got into the game about 2017, 2018. We was actually thinking about doing a course and putting it out. But again, this is when we were enthusiasts, wanting to be influencers, but we kind of took a backseat on that. You know what I'm saying? So in layman's terms, no, we don't. Will we later on? Maybe. We just like giving out free game, man. We just like helping people and just giving out information so people can succeed in this market, man. So we're not really selling anything at all, man.
You getting into that question gets into our why, and my why is, I said, when we go to Colombia, we go to DR, I don't want to be the only one paying for the villa. Right? Share this advice with the community such that everybody can pay for the villa. I don't want to pay for it by myself. So
right,
y'all, I mean, definitely, Bobby's been leading the way for me, for sure, and I have a couple folks behind me. So always saying is it's really good to be knowledgeable about this topic and maybe not invest right away, but learn it and then, get in the game, get some skin in the game somehow, whether again it's mining, whether it's purchasing via investing. It's really powerful on the moves that can be made.
Okay. So anybody want to explain this chart right here, or would it be Satoshi or Bitcoin Bobby?
Okay, yeah, this is something I pulled up like a couple of weeks ago, and it just details the Bitcoin bull runs and seeing how it peaks out. Now, keep in mind, 2012 was the halving, 2013 was the major bull run and where it topped out at. And then there was a reduction. I covered this on your show, I want to say on December the 1st, when we was talking initially with Rolf about this, about how there's always a retracement in Bitcoin. Now, we don't know what's the top of the market going to be or how much it's going to be an X multiplier moving forward. So we're still in that discovery phase of what's going to happen. Like I said, I personally think that it's going to go over 200,000. Some other investment firms think it's going to go 300,000, 140,000. We still going to see. Now, what I do say is I don't think it's going to be a huge correction the next time around. I think it might just be a 50% correction. I don't think it's going to be an 85% correction, because what you have now, you have more investment firms come into the space, and they're coming into space buying Bitcoin and locking it up and throwing it into hardware wallets such as MicroStrategy. People are coming in and buying it and storing it because, again, they look at this as digital gold. They don't want to have to sell this. They want to be keeping it for 5, 10, 20, 30 years down the line. So it might not be a big retracement after it peaks out at the top of the market. But these are the X multipliers that you can make in this business, in this industry, if you get in. You know what I'm saying? And this is just Bitcoin. We're not even talking about the altcoins that you can make a lot of money into. And the thing is, when people ask, what should I do with my $1,000? I always tell them you should invest in Bitcoin. But if you want it, the goal is always to obtain and acquire Bitcoin. So instead of investing $1,000 into Bitcoin, you might want to invest that $1,000 into something like Ethereum, where you'll get more return on your money. Where Bitcoin might 5 to 10x, Ethereum might 20x to 30x. So your $1,000 turns into $30,000, and then you take that money, take a little bit off the top for yourself, and then put the rest of it into Bitcoin. Altcoins gain you your wealth. Bitcoin stores your wealth.
Okay, let me get back on the screen right here. Give me 1 second, fellas. All right, there we go. So yeah, man, that was a very excellent breakdown, brother. I'm sold. You know what I'm saying? I'm sold. I think it's definitely a good vehicle. Basically to park your money at and let it grow itself. you know, right now I'm always kind of looking at different cryptocurrencies to kind of maybe invest in, kind of like at the ground floor. This is not investment advice. I'm not asking any investment advice, but just in your opinion, I got to ask: is there a new cryptocurrency or cryptocurrency that everybody's sleeping on right now that could possibly be the next Ethereum or the next Bitcoin in the next 5 to 10 years?
Oh man, it's like this space. You always have innovative technology, innovative crypto companies trying to move everything forward. ADA is one of them. Cardano is a good one. Polkadot is very, very good. Chainlink, and my low key sleeper right now. It's a top 25, and I've been having a lot of my friends in the space push me to this coin, and I'm kind of mad because I got on this. I feel like I'm getting in late because they've been telling me about this coin since last summer. It's called Theta. Theta, I think it's at $2 now, but I had people telling me about it like back when it was like 30 cents. And what it's dealing with decentralized video streaming in a way. And matter of fact, one of the YouTube's I forgot the guy's name, but one of YouTube's head honchos is actually on board with Theta. So you're going to see more video streaming platforms with Theta, working with Theta over the next couple of years. I think Theta is a great coin to invest in. I got to do some more research on it, do a deep dive, but I've been looking at it so far, and there's no reason why I feel like this coin should be like the next great coin in the next 5 years. This is like I like to invest in long-term holds, to be honest with you. Ones that can pop in the next year, but really long-term holds. Theta's a really good long-term hold. Chainlink, Polkadot, Cardano, VeChain, these are really good long-term assets to hold.
Okay. And for some of the guys that are new, let's talk about the wallets for real quick. I know we've asked this question to you a million times, brother, but just for brothers who don't know, is it better to keep your crypto, online, on a broker or something, or is it better to have it on a wallet?
Okay, it's 3 different ones you can do. Some people keep it on exchanges. Mostly traders keep their cryptos on exchanges so they can be able to move in and out of positions. Okay, that's fine. I don't like keeping my stuff on exchanges because exchanges are susceptible to being hacked. Okay, then you have something called a hot wallet. A hot wallet is like an online exchange or online wallet, a personal wallet that you have your private keys and your public keys, which you can store your cryptos. Then there's something called a coldware wallet. That's like your nano wallets I was telling you about, your nanos, your trezors, that you can take your cryptos off the exchanges and put them on a hardware wallet itself and store it. So those are the 3 main wallets to use, 3 main ways you can store your cryptos. On the exchanges, which I don't recommend, a cold storage wallet, which is like a nano, and then a hot wallet, something like MetaMask, Exodus, or my Ether wallet.
Okay. And have you heard about that story about that guy who lost his password and he had like 280 million or something like that?
Yeah.
What happened with that situation, man?
Well, I basically what I'm hearing is that he had his crypto information on his computer, and I don't know if he stored it on a wallet or what, but it was on his computer. And a lot of times when you do this, you should be able to back your stuff up, your personal crypto up on like 2 to 3 different type of situations, just in case. Have it in a safe, have it not even on your phone, but have it in a safe, have it in a private location, not just have it on your computer itself, because you want to be able to access it. So what I'm hearing is he left it on there and it was a number of Bitcoins. And what's going to happen is in like another 10 months from now, when Bitcoin is going to go up to like $100,000, the story is going to resurface and say, oh, he lost over $400 million of crypto. You know what I'm saying? So it's always going to rehash because the crypto price of Bitcoin is going to go up and it's going to make him look stupid. Now, what it is he was trying to, I guess, talk to the city about going into the landfill and searching for it. And the city's like, we're not going to do all that. Like, we're not going to waste our dollars and our energy for you to find something that might not even be there. Like, no, we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying?
But damn, that's like finding $280 million though. Just give me 10 million.
Exactly.
I don't know, man. But you know what? They're gonna have to dig and everything. It's gonna be very difficult.
And this is why it's very important as your person being the personal bank, your personal custodial of your information to hold it and secure it. This is your life, man. You know what I'm saying? So you got to protect it. You got to protect it. I know people that hold their stuff in like a safe, and a lot of times what people do, they memorize their private keys up here. So you memorize your private keys, and it's not going nowhere at all.
Right. I mean, that's a pretty long, number in letters, right? But you can do it.
It's a lot. But hey, sometimes it's worth it. Look. If you tell me if I need to memorize 20 letters for $20 million, I do it because that's what it can be worth in the next 5 to 10 years.
Okay. My brother Ash L, he asked, so where would you point him to learn about crypto? Any channels you want to refer him to?
Let me see. It's just let me give you two ones. This is God. If you want to learn how to study blockchain technology, and if you want to get learn to study of what blockchain is and be able to afford yourself to probably get a job in the space of blockchain where you can make money, it's a course I heard online called by Ivan on Tech. His name is Ivan on Tech. He's a big crypto YouTuber in the space, and he has his own platform, his own program of learning blockchain technology. It's like I want to say it's like maybe a 4-month course that you got to study that you pay for. I want to say it's maybe like around either $900 or something like that. But you learn all the skills that you need to learn in like a 4 to 6 month period on blockchain technology, and then you give yourself ready enough to get out into the job market to find something. Now, as far as learning crypto itself, books, the Bitcoin Standard is a great book to use. YouTube, I think one of the courses that I learned, because when I first started learning in 2017, there was like really not that much stuff out there. So I actually I bought in this Ty Lopez course. His name's Ty Lopez, a big time internet marketer, and he did a course about cryptocurrency. And this was like 4 years ago, and I invested into it and learned all the nits and grits about crypto and blockchain and different cryptos from his course. So it's usually good to find out there. I will, like I said, Bitcoin Standard is a good one. YouTube, like what is Bitcoin? How does Bitcoin work? Those type of things can you can use to be able to get the information that you're looking for.
I wanted to. I see somebody in the comments said you should read the Bitcoin white paper first, and I think just to add on to what Bobby said is so true. Whatever project that you're looking at, whatever smart contract project built on Ethereum, whatever alternate version of Bitcoin or Bitcoin itself that you plan to just learn more about, start with the Bitcoin white paper. I mean, start with its project white paper, and that's gonna give your mind something to chew on.
Real quick. What I'm sorry, fellas, because I don't know. Real quick, where's the white paper? What was that?
So the white paper is it's like really it's a PDF file that you find on the website itself of the coin that you're talking about. So if you go to I guess the best way to find it is go to CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap. Both are CoinGecko.com, CoinMarketCap. Whichever coin you want to learn more about, they should have the white paper right there, or they'll take you to the website of that coin, and then on that website you'll find the white paper. It's a PDF file where you can learn exactly about the technology, the tokenomics, when it started, who's the team. The team will tell you. Yeah.
Put it like this: every crypto project should have a white paper. That's like the standard. That's like the documentation. So if you're looking into a new project, it will have a white paper. Bitcoin started with a white paper. And actually, the funny thing about Bitcoin's white paper that was created by Satoshi Nakamoto, the white paper stated that Bitcoin was a peer-to-peer electronic currency. Now, Bitcoin has evolved into being more of a store value digital asset. So that's how it's changed over the years. Now, again, what he was saying about the white paper, every cryptocurrency should have their own white paper detailing what the problem of the crypto will solve, what's it trying to do, what's it trying to accomplish, and the roadmap of what the project will do, you know what I'm saying, in long term. So that's like the Bible of it, you know what I'm saying? Running the white paper.
All right, man. Shout out to the chat, man. We got another $5 super chat from America Aswa, brother. I'm trying to pronounce your name. Apologies, brother. He says, "Where can I find Bitcoin Bobby on the internet?" I told you a million times, bro. You gotta get your YouTube channel out here.
You know what, man?
I told Bobby he needed a Bitcoin channel. I've been saying that since day one.
I'm low key. Like, you know what? I was listening to Kevin Samuels probably about a month ago, and he was talking about having a digital footprint. Establishing a digital footprint, and in this day and age, almost to the point where something like Instagram and LinkedIn is more of your resume nowadays. And I need to create that. I've been lacking on it. That's one of my goals of 2021 is to work on my Instagram more, work on maybe creating a YouTube channel, a Crypto Bros YouTube channel. So I have a Facebook, but I need to get an Instagram. I need to get a LinkedIn. I need to get a YouTube. I need to expand my message to people. I know that. And and it's not easy making good content. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy having quality content. Shout out to my man O'Shea. O'Shea makes great content. I love O'Shea. He makes great content out in this YouTube space, man. So do you too, man. So do you too, Aaron.
Oh yeah, man. Excuse me. Most definitely, brother. This guy Bothman with the $2.99 super chat. I appreciate that, brother. He got me laughing right here, man. He says this is gonna take us out the ghetto. Oh man. Well, guys, we've been here for a good little minute, man. I'm not gonna hold you guys too much longer.
I wanted to share one gem before I left.
Go ahead. I talked about Theta, man. I talked about Theta.
Oh, you already did?
Okay. Well, now go ahead and say what you're gonna say about Theta, though.
All right. So I just wanted to give a couple of coins on top of Bitcoin that you all should at least do your own research on. Quickly type in on YouTube, what is Theta coin, right? And what is it trying to do? Right now it's just around $2, right? And at a time, Bitcoin was just around $2. So really look at it. So Theta.tv is decentralized YouTube, but it's going to be much more powerful. It's going to essentially partner with YouTube and expand its ability to reach not only the normal customer with Fios or Comcast or RCN or whatever cable provider. Just really look at Theta. That's one. Number two, I would say look at Uniswap. Uniswap is a decentralized exchange that allows you to get some of these tokens like at their infancy. Like I'm talking as day one, as soon as they are minted, they are available on Uniswap. It's a decentralized exchange. It's not like Coinbase. It's not like Kraken or Huobi or any of those. Uniswap allows you to get some of those small tokens. And if you look at the charts, I think Uniswap now, it's essentially gone up like 300% in the last couple of weeks. It's going to continue to rise because its utility it's very, very useful. You're not able to buy a lot of these coins on Coinbase or where whatever else exchange. So Uniswap is another one. Chainlink, a huge Oracle coin that connects into. Listen, I talked with Bobby. I'll just stop what I'm saying on the tech, right? I talked with Bobby, and we both saw Chainlink at $2. Chainlink today is $25. My first investment into Chainlink was at $4.50. And so now it is $25. So just imagine, even $1,000, what that does, right? So 1,000 times 5, right, would get you there, times 6, really. That's $6,000 all in 2 years, right? I'm sorry, a 6x. Yeah, so
and that's in a bear market. That's basically in a bear market.
That's in a bear market.
That's not even in the bull run.
Yeah,
that's not even in the bull market yet.
Correct. 600% in a bear market. I can't believe what's going to happen in a bull market. So anyway, I just wanted to leave with some of those gems. I don't even know if I mentioned Ethereum. Ethereum is hot. Theta is hot. Uniswap, Chainlink. Those are my 4 coins that I wanted to share with the community on top of Bitcoin. So that makes a total of 5. Look into those coins. There's over 8,000 coins represented on CoinMarketCap, but all of them do something different. And it's important to do your research, maybe in the sector that you're in. So there's a lot of people who are on this call who have an insurance background. There's insurance coins. There are some people in this chat today who have a remittance background, right? They send money overseas and so on. There are coins that do that. We've already talked about what Bitcoin can do, what other coins can do in terms of transferring value from app to app. Uniswap. We talked about coins like decentralized exchanges. Like you can buy these coins as soon as they're minted, as soon as they're available and really small. You can get in when they're pennies instead of getting in when they're dollars or hundreds of dollars, right? You want to get in as early as possible because you guys have seen you guys saw what happened at GameStop today, right? You want to be a part of it before, not after the madness. So yeah, just so many different ideas, so many different ways you could get involved. But definitely take a look at those things. I wanted to leave with that free gem.
Hey man, it's funny people are going crazy over GameStop, how it went up the way it did, but that's normal in a crypto bull market. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see way more gains than that. You know, but it is what it is. One of the things I wanted to say is I appreciate the group. I appreciate coming on Black Man's Travel. Let me shout out some people, man. Some people that's in the group itself because I love what they're doing and providing value to Black Man's Travel. I want to shout out my boy Mustafa. I want to shout out Grandeur, Cardell. That's my homie right there.
Yo. Hey, yo. I watch Cardell daily, yo. That dude putting out value, man, every day, yo.
My Mexico amigo Kenny Taylor, gotta shout him out, and I gotta give a shout out to my boy Wolf. I know we had disagreements in Bitcoin, crypto, but no, man, he brings value to the group, man. Like he's an entrepreneur, he's a hustler, he's a grinder, man. I love what he does, so I gotta shout out Wolf too, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Kev, man. Kev has crypto. Kev just want to be the devil's advocate, but he has crypto.
Man, that's fine. I still love this other stuff that he brings to the table. Like I love it. I love all this, man. I love all this what we doing in the group, man.
Oh wow, guys, we got a $50 super chat from the brother Kobe Bailey. He asked, which exchange do you recommend for buying altcoins if we're US based? I only know Coinbase and Binance as far in the US.
All right, I'm gonna go first. Thank you, Kobe, for the super chat. I have a few exchanges, and really, you want exchanges that are like user friendly. So besides Coinbase and Binance, use Qcoin. Qcoin's a good one. Qcoin.com. Kraken is another one. Bittrex. But the ticker is what he was talking about earlier is called Uniswap. Uniswap is a decentralized exchange. Now, it's a little bit different, but it makes it easier to get a lot of these tokens. The process is having an Ether wallet. And when you have your Ether wallet set up, basically you got to buy Ethereum on Coinbase, move it to your Ether wallet, which is a hardware wallet. And then when you go have that set up, you connect it to Uniswap, which is like a Chrome extension. It'll automatically know how much Ethereum you have in your wallet, and then you can swap that out for almost any token that's out there nowadays that's off the Ethereum network.
Correct. That's perfect. I think Uniswap is one of the best ones for really good altcoins. I used to use IDEX back in the day. Haven't really heard of it doing, but it operates just like Uniswap.
KyberSwap. I used to use KyberSwap also.
Yeah. Bittrex is probably the best one for US folks. So I know you asked about the US ones. Coinbase and Bittrex are probably the best. And then there's a Binance US. I think you might have already mentioned that. Now Qcoin, I think that's the Korean exchange. They might give you a little bit of trouble. And Huobi is I think a Chinese exchange. They might give you some trouble. But yeah, for US investors, Bittrex. So Coinbase number 1, Bittrex number 2, or Binance US number 3, maybe something like that. And and then Uniswap being a decentralized exchange. So like Bobby said, it's a different model. They're not centralized. They're not going to hold your tokens for you. You're going to hold them yourself on your My Ether wallet or equivalent, right? And when you have some type of wallet that you interact with Uniswap with.
And when you go on Uniswap, man, you get a lot of these low-key gem cap coins, and that's where I go to get my low cap gems because they're not going to be on a lot of some of these big exchanges. But when you get into these low cap gems early, somewhere like Uniswap is going to have them. I bought into a thing called Polka Starter maybe like a month and a half ago. Shout out to boy Steve, he told me about that one, and I got in like at probably about 40 cents. And I got it through Uniswap, and now it's based off the Polkadot ecosystem chain. So now I think it got to as high as like $1.71 like a week or so ago. So my money almost like 3x in less than a month. Now I believe this gym is going to go up to almost like $50 in the next bull run. So I think it's going to 100x my money. But again, you got to get these low cap gyms where you can get higher gains.
Correct. I'll give you one of my quick stories. I bought a coin, and I follow a couple of YouTubers. I think it's important for you to find your own community. Like, I mean, until Bitcoin Bobby gets his channel, right, you got to have somebody who you follow on a daily. I'll give you 3 gems right here: Ivan on Tech, Elio Trades, and my favorite, Chico Crypto. Bobby don't like Chico.
Oh, not Chico.
Right?
Oh,
In fact, I'll give you 4. I'll give you number 4 is BitBoy, right? So all 4 of those guys, they really give a lot of advice. I mean, you got to take some of it with a grain of salt there. Sometimes they're pumping coins, sometimes, but if you listen long enough, you're going to find those gems. But at least you can start listening on how to invest, how to watch your trades, how to invest long term, short term, what coins to get in as early as possible. They give you all of these different ideas that you might want to follow, right? And all you have to do is take 10 minutes of your day, and then you learn something new about cryptocurrency. Long story short, I learned about a coin called Parsec from Elio Trades. Parsec, I got in probably, and I'm actually going to the charts right now, so I give you guys realistic data. I'm going to the 90-day. In fact, I'll go to the 180-day because I've been in the project for a long time now. I got into Parsec at 35 cents. Today, Parsec is worth $1.07, right? So that's just a very quick hitter, right? In just a short time, 180 days from going from 35 cents to $1.05. That's a 3x. That's 300% gains in a very, very short time period. So there's a lot of projects that you can find by listening to some of these YouTubers as early as possible.
We got a chat from Mr. J. Dot. Does Uniswap has a downloadable app? Yes, it does. I run mine mostly from my laptop through a Chrome extension. But if you go see, I don't know. I have an Android. I don't know if you have an iPhone or not. So I know iPhones are more restrictive at times when it comes to doing things with cryptocurrency. But I have an Android, and here it is right here when I pull it up. Actually, you can barely see it. There it is. Uniswap IDEX.
Hold on, I got you, bro. Hold on. Okay, there you go.
That should be it right there. Uniswap IDEX. I didn't download mine on my phone because I try not to go have too much crypto on my phone itself, in case if I lose it. So I do it from my laptop. But like I say, in theory, you got to be able to have an Ether wallet set up to be able to connect to the Uniswap Unidex exchange.
Okay, is it like a unicorn? The logo?
Yep. Yeah, that's the logo's a unicorn.
Mm-hmm. Okay, excellent, guys. Well, brothers, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. We dropped a lot of game, a lot of good information. I'm gonna stay on my boy Bitcoin Bobby and my boy Satoshi Steve for getting their own show for the Crypto Bros YouTube channel, because you guys dropping a lot of game, a lot of information, man, and we all want to see brothers win, right? We work extremely hard for our resources, and investing in the right asset can really change your life, man. That's what we're here for. We're here to help other brothers, be successful. Like my man said earlier, we don't want to be the only ones getting the villas in the DR. You know what I'm saying?
I need us all to pull in. When we go to dinner, everybody looking at each other for the check. I want everybody to be like, yo, I got it.
Right, exactly. And that's what's going to be like. And real quick, fellas, before we sum up, I want to sum up 2 things real quick. I think these are the most important of the show. When doing your research about, investing in the cryptocurrency, right? Mm-hmm. You said search the cryptocurrency's white papers. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Excellent.
That's correct.
Excellent. Okay, excellent. And also, fellas, Labor Day weekend, we have a date now. So Labor Day weekend, we're going to have the Blackmentravels takeover down in Sosua, Dominican Republic, man. So more information on that is going to be coming, guys. Come meet us. We're going to get our guys right here, Crypto Bros, to maybe do, a little, what you want to call it, like a speech about crypto or something like that. Or
that's fine.
We'll do it.
Right.
That'd be around September. That'd be around almost closer to the peak of the market. We want to get information out there to people. That would be great. That'd be definitely great, man.
Yeah, so we all about having fun. Black Men Travels. How we get down. We definitely gonna have our fun, but we're gonna also be about our resources and responsibilities. Man.
Yeah,
so
Dale, because I know Dale, he does a lot of work with community help out there too. So I'm pretty sure he'll probably have something together where we're working in the community to do things charitable. Also, shout out to Dale.
Most definitely, man. And that's the good thing. And I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep a $150 with you guys, man. The more black men, right, are successful, right, I feel like the world will be in a better place because we tend to give back more than any other culture.
Responsibility, man.
Absolutely.
And like I say, the more brothers are successful, the better the world will be off. So, guys, I appreciate y'all coming on the show, man.
Yep.
Thank you, man.
All right, peace. I'm gonna hit you, Bitcoin Bob.
Gotcha.
All right, bro. That was a good show, man.
That was a great show. That was a good show.
Hey, you got me on Uniswap right now, bro.